Yo, what's going on, CGOD? So, you want to learn how to align your truck, huh? Well, you've came to the right place. Assuming that your truck is, a little bit lowered or whatever, you can't really take it to an alignment shop because they'd just be talking smack. So, this is what we got, boys. As you could see, 99 through 06, even though this is an 07 Classic. And, but I mean, same thing, you know what I mean? NBS, body style, whatever. So, as you can see, if you look here, we got like a little bit of a loose 2-finger gap, right? So we are going to be adjusting camber, we're going to be adjusting toe, and we're also going to be adjusting caster, but we're not going to be doing it properly in a proper way. We're just basically going to be like eyeballing that. So as you can see, we had like a 2-finger gap over there, but if you come over to this side we have like a loose 3-finger. Now a little bit of a I don't know what you would call that, but what I've done thus far is on this side there's 2 camber adjusters on the upper control arms. So I've got this side with them pushed all the way out. So this is the maximum positive camber that I can achieve on like this 7-inch drop or whatever this bad boy has, right? So with that being said, on this side I'm gonna add some negative camber to even it out. And after that, then we will then align the toe and stuff. But whenever you adjust those upper control arms, you move them in or out, that also adjusts his caster. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna adjust it evenly on both sides because that side is even. So I'm gonna put both sides of the control arm in a little bit to try to achieve matching camber, because I mean, yeah, you just want it matching. That's the idea of the alignment, right? So that's as best we can do. And to do that, I'm gonna have to jack her up. And to do that, the way I do it is I got some bricks, right? They're actually like some kind of like I don't know what you would call them, like fancy like little planter thingies. Not these bricks. You can use these bricks also. You can really use anything you want, but basically I just set it underneath the front tires, drive it up on there, that way I can fit my jack underneath. We'll jack it up, we'll take our wheel off, and then we will begin adjusting the control arms, set her down, make sure our camber is even, and then we'll align toe from there, boys. And also, this truck, whenever you drive it, the steering wheel, you can see right now I have it straight, right? Well, whenever you drive it, it's actually like a little bit offset to the left, so we're going to have to adjust both sides to be able to get it with the steering wheel straight. So basically, if your steering wheel is turned to the left, then whenever you turn it to the right, well, both your wheels will then be pointing a little bit to the right. So on this side, as you could see, well, you might be able to see, but it looks like it's a little bit toed out. And this side over here will probably look a little bit toed in or straight. But the alignment, I mean, it's kind of iffy. I did throw the alignment plates on it in my driveway, but being that my driveway is sloped and I had the truck pointed that way, it's not exactly the greatest measurement. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and get her jacked up for you guys and I'll bring you back. But yeah, this side will be turned this way, so this side will have to be towed in and the other side will have to be towed out to keep even spacing for the toe. But like I said, either way we're going to align the toe, so I'll bring y'all right back. Alright, so here we are. Like I said, drive it up onto the blocks, jack it up, take our wheel off, impact, you know how it is. Okay, so coming in here, like I said, your upper control arm here, it has these like adjusters, right? So the way this works is this is what's called like an eccentric bolt, okay? So you loosen up your nut here and then you turn the actual bolt head and it'll move within these little like adjuster pieces, and they do have little notches, so you could try and set them even. So I mean, as you can see right now, I have them both set like as much as they would go to positive. So I'm gonna probably move it like 2 clicks on either side and see if that's enough. You know what I mean? And as well, this is our tie rod here. So basically, hold on, see if I can get a little brighter for you boys. Can't see nothing. So yeah, this is a lock nut here. Your inner tie rod will screw in and out of your outer tie rod to actually make the adjustment. So what we're gonna have to do is loosen this up, the nut, and then we're gonna thread the inner tie rod in to be able to get our because remember how we set our steering wheels to the left, right? So we're gonna want this to go inwards. That way we can pull the steering wheel to the right and it'll go straight, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna set the upper control arms at like the 2 tick mark on both sides. That way we keep our caster equal to the other side. And then I'm gonna adjust it. I'm gonna probably do like 2 full turns. And then I'm gonna go to the driver's side and do 2 full turns out. I believe that's correct. Yeah, 2 full turns out to make it equal, the same adjustment on the tie rods, because we have already put the toe plates on. Now, granted, changing the camber and stuff like that is also going to affect your toe. So we are gonna throw the toe plates on it, but that's at the very end. Once we get our steering wheel somewhat straight and our camber even from side to side, then we'll throw the toe plates on and dial in our toe and hopefully not wear the tires. So what I mean by that, you pull up your wheel here. Now this is on the inside, right? So you could see where it's kind of like rubbed off. Do you see where like the heat difference here? I don't know exactly what was hitting here, but I mean it's nothing too major. Probably just hit a gnarly bump or something. But either way, you could see our toe wear here. That is not camber wear. That's from the tire like heating up and rubbing, because instead of going straight as it goes down the road, it's either like towed out or towed in. So it's essentially getting dragged. Does that make sense? So that is what kills your tires, boys, not camber. Don't listen to anybody who says that it's camber, because it's not. So this on this side is simply from rubbing the fender, which you cannot really see. Let me turn it towards the sun, but yeah, so that's just rubbing fender there. And I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. It's not a big issue. What we do think is a big issue is excessively rubbing it, which is kind of what we're doing. So by adding some negative camber, we'll also get away from the fender and hopefully not wear this tire on either end. That would be ideal. So without further ado, boys, I'm gonna make those quick adjustments to both sides, put the wheel back on, set her down. I'm gonna probably like take it around the block or something, that way everything can settle. And then we're gonna measure our camber again with our fingers, because that's the most proper tool of camber measurement. And hopefully the steering wheel is straight also, boys. Alright, boys, so after the first adjustment, as you can see, our steering wheel, well, let me get some speed, but I mean, we're kind of straight, you feel me? So I mean, like I said, we got them manual brakes, but she still rolls. Alright, so check it out. Hell of a lot better than it was. We're still a little bit to the left. So whenever we do throw the toe plates on, we'll just make an adjustment in a way that will make the steering wheel have to go more to the right. But it doesn't pull so much like it used to. Before, you would let the steering wheel go and it would just be like, woo! But I believe that was just because of the uneven camber. So we're gonna go ahead and do a check before we do anything else. So there we go, we have her perfectly straight. Just leave the truck on, but so there we go. Let's see how our camber's looking over here. Honestly, I think I might still have to add more. Or no, actually, it's pretty nice, boys. So we got 3 fingers up in her, but it's kind of tight, I'm not even gonna lie. So then we bring our same 3 fingers over here, see, and we're still a little loose. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do like 1 more notch. So we did 2 notches, and I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 because we want it as even camber wise as possible. But our steering is looking a lot better, so that's good. The only other thing is, like I said, the toe plates, but we're gonna get to those last. Like I said, I'm gonna do a couple more, or another notch on both sides of this, and we should be even camber wise, and then we'll slap on our toe plates. Yeah. Alright, so visually I feel like this side still has more camber. Finger check wise, go ahead and show y'all. Get my hand in focus if I can. There we go. So look at that. That's 3 fingers. But then again, the wheel also plays a part. But either way, it's still a really, really loose 3-finger. Tight 4 fingers is the way we'll actually do it now. And then coming on over to this side, it's like a tight 3-finger on part of the wheel, and then if you go to the other side of the wheel, it's a little bit loose, but we still need some more, boys. So I mean, if at first you don't succeed, brothers, we'll take it back to the house, we'll add some more negative camber on this side, and hopefully we can get her juking. Alright guys, so now that we are okay with our camber adjustment, we are going to go ahead and align the toe. Now as you can see, we are in a like church parking lot, so hopefully they don't kick me out, but you need to do it on a flat surface, and this one is like slightly sloped downwards. That way our truck will be kind of in the same position that it would be while driving forward. Because I mean, like if your ball joints or whatever kind of loose, your tie rods, whatever, right? So you're driving forward, your stuff will kind of like move somehow. But basically, we got our toe plates on. Now you could see over here, I hope you could see anyways, but it's like 79 and a half, a little bit more. But over here we're like right at like 79. I don't know if you guys could see that, but yeah, we're like right at 79 here, and then like 79 and a half in the back, which I mean, you can go off of I believe those are millimeters. No, I don't think so, but either way, the bottom measurement is like right at like 201, and then over here it's like 202 and a half. So we are towed in, boys. And yeah, so like I said, our steering wheel is still pulling a little bit to the left. So let me get situated here. If our steering wheel is a little bit to the left, then whenever we turn it to the right, both of our wheels will be turning this way. And since we're towed in, I believe we're gonna want, let me see here. If we're towed in, I think the driver's side is what we're gonna have to tow out. I may or may not have towed it in a little bit too much whenever I made my adjustment, so, but that's okay, because like I said, we're trying to get our steering wheel straight, so that's the main goal. So we need to tow it out now, I believe. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get on that, and then we'll check it again, and hopefully we're doing a little bit better, boys. All right, boys, so you will now see that our first time aligning it or whatever. Now I will say, these wheels absolutely suck cock to be able to try and align your stuff, because they have like pieces of the lip that's a little bit bigger, so this is not going to be perfect just because of that. But I do think we are getting better. So as you can see, actually I need to stop doing it on this side because I don't think you guys are going to be able to see, but this one is like right at the 200 mark, and this one is like just about at like a little bit under 201. So with that being said, I believe we are still towed in just a tad. So you'll notice whenever you start getting your alignment a little bit better though, like whenever you turn and then you let go of the steering wheel after, it'll kind of like self-correct back to the center. And I mean, just on this last test drive, you can let go of the steering wheel and the truck pretty much drives straight now. It goes just a tad tiny bit to the right a little bit, but like before it used to just like dive, you know, like you would straight let go and just like you'd have to hold the wheel. So we are getting better, boys. I'm going to hit it with one more slight adjustment and hopefully we'll be good, or at least close enough to good, you know what I mean? Because obviously this isn't going to be perfect. This is not going to replace an actual like laser alignment or, you know, like an actual alignment machine. Adjusting caster, that's the position of the wheel in the wheel well, like forward and back. So with those two adjustments on the A-arm, like if you wanted your wheel forward, you would adjust this side in and this side out. So you mean you could see how that would kind of make your wheel go forward a little bit. But I'm trying to keep it even. So on this side, they're fully adjusted out. And on the other side, they're adjusted in. I think I had to do like 5 tick marks. But I mean, I kept it even, you know, from side to side. That way the caster wouldn't change in theory. I mean, I don't really know. But yeah, so this is just about where we're at, boys. I'm going to tow it out a little bit more right here. And we'll probably honestly call it good after that because it's going to be pretty close. But either way, I'll bring y'all back. All right, guys. So as I mentioned, it's not going to be 100% perfect. But we got it really close right here. So in the front here, I wonder if I'd be able to, there's a way to like, nah, not really. But either way, so going off the measurements, we're like right, like 2 tick marks from 79 inches, right? On this one. And then in the back here, we're like dead on at 79. So it could use the tiniest bit more toe out. So I'm probably gonna give it maybe just like, I don't even know, maybe like an 1/8 or 1/4 turn on the tie rod. But basically, boys, this last test drive, steering wheel is perfectly straight. It's not pulling to either direction. It's working out pretty darn mint, bro. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and leave it. Well, like I said, I'm gonna do like the tiniest little adjustment. But basically, boys, that's how you do it. So this here should hopefully, well, like now, since the steering wheel is actually straight, I'm able to do like a full turn of the steering wheel before it even rubs fender, both directions, because the camber is even now. And I mean, it'll full lock, you know, because nothing on the inside rubs on either side. It's just the fender, but the fenders are rolled, so I mean, it's just, you know, rubbing your tire is the only issue. So I mean, it's really not bad, boys. That's gonna basically do it today, brother. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, learned a little bit of something. You can go home and do this to your ride. That way you don't go get harassed at the alignment shop pulling up on something like this, you know what I mean? Because this is not going to get on the rack. If they have an in-ground alignment rack, they could still do it. But if you're tucking wheel, then a lot of the times they still will turn you away, or they'll do a terrible job and just send you out. So with that being said, boys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned because you know we got more coming. And like, comment, subscribe. I gotta go to work, so I'm out. Deuces.